Jimbreti Fish Farm. My name is James Unjo. Cultivating Wolffia plant hasn't been that very easy, but just like to share some of the tips that I'm using to cultivate it. This one in this earthen, this concrete pond, they come out very neat when you harvest it. Very, very neat. But this one in the earthen pond here, you do a lot of work on it in order to clean it up. This is a big earthen pond. Not that too big, but at least you can see the size. And you have Wolffia plant here. But this Wolffia plant, to actually sort out the Wolffia plant in it, it's an easy work. This doesn't come as clean as the one in the concrete pond. It comes with dirt, plenty of dirt, and you need to separate it. In the first stage of my trying to clean up the Wolffia plant in the pond, the one in the concrete pond doesn't need this. But here, see there, neat. Let me bring out a little for us to see. So I'm going to see if I can harvest a little out so that you can see the difference between what we have here and in that other pond. Sorry, I'm the only one here holding the phone. And so you see the difference. So you see the difference between what I harvested from that concrete pond. This is neat, no dirt. But look at what has come out of here. But by the time it's cleaned, it's put side by side, it will be neat. You can see that the individual seeds in it just need a little cleaning for it to turn out like this. When you run water through this, it will come out like this. As you can see the dirt, the first batch of dirt that has come out of it. Others will come out. So got to remove all that from it. So just put seal water through it so the dirt is out, and you see that is coming out very neat. That's how to separate the dirt. You can see now. See whether you can see much difference between these two. Let me take a little from, put this aside here, one from the concrete pond, and that's the one from the earthen pond. The earthen pond, the concrete pond. I do not think there is much difference there now. See there? Though this still look a little bit cleaner, but I mean, look at it from what you saw before to what you're seeing now. So it's just a matter of cleaning it up a little bit. See, there's still so much underwater here. You see what is here. So there isn't anything that is easy, ladies and gentlemen, fellow fish farmers. You part with money to buy compounded feed for your fish. You transport it. You do some work to get the feed down to the fish. So you want to use this to feed your fish, you got to do a little bit of work. Got to do a little bit of work to cultivate it. That cultivation is a real issue for you to have these in quantity. You need to have a big bowl, several big bowls, like GP tank, or you have big concrete pond. If that earthen pond I just showed you were to be concrete or tarpaulin, I will have no problem with the quantity of Wolffia plant that I need for the size of my fish farm. Because the water will be neat to be controlled. Everything in there will come neat. Quantity as well. Every 3 or 4 days, at least twice a week, you harvest. At least twice a week. But at most, you can do 3 times. Depending on the quantity you want to use, you don't need to harvest out everything. Depending on the quantity you want to use. My friend sang a song that it takes time to struggle, it takes time to work, it takes time to do everything. So let's wise up and never ever give up. Thank you. Chimbreti Fish Farm, James Hunjo, signing out. If you like, share. Thank you. So see how neat it is. The final product after it has been siphoned. See how neat it is. All the debris removed from it. Still coming to work on this to remove more from it. See how neat it turns out to be. So it takes a little bit of work and you have neat feed for your I'm going to go and harvest the one in the pond, the concrete pond, and let's compare. Yeah, so here is my harvester. Used to scoop up what you have. But you see how neat this is. Doesn't need any cleaning. Doesn't need any kind of cleaning. Yeah, when you work alone, sometimes it's kind of difficult to do certain things. Here, trying to harvest what we have in the concrete pond. This is my harvester. No matter how crude it is, doing the job. need to use my second hand just for you to see how I harvest it. What I'm doing is extra labor. This is the second scoop. See what's coming from here. There's still more. There's still more. This is the third scoop I'm bringing up. So this is fowl poo, dried fowl poo that I have soaked in water. Dried fowl poo. Now I'm going to use this sifter to sift the water into the culturing pond. I want to hold this phone for me now, so I won't have to put it down. And you understand what I mean. I'm going to pour this through this sifter into the pond. You can see that I didn't finish harvesting because I have enough for what I want to do today, what I want to use to feed. So as you can see, I've just sifted it. See, there was enough water in here before. Sifted it, putting this back, and I'm going to add more dried poo in this now, and let it soak, so that when next I harvest in 3 days time, I would also fertilize it. You can see from what I've taken, I've actually given some to the fishes here. What I have here is tilapia. They're not ready to eat. It's early. I'm actually going out somewhere this morning, so I decided to just put the feed in there and let them eat at their time. So what you have here is dried fowl poo. You can see that it's dry, very, very dry. And then I will soak it. I put water in that and leave it there to dissolve. And then I just use the water to fertilize the pond. That water that you see there, that in that concrete pond, has been there for almost 8 weeks. I do not have need to change it yet, but I might decide to change it after maybe 12 weeks or more. But as long as I keep adding manure and it keep growing, what I put into that pond to start off the culture, it was not up to half kg of Wolffia plant. What I mean by half kg, you should understand, I remove the water like this, and this is what half kg of this, and then that is it. I've been harvesting there now for every three days. twice a week or so. So that's it. Just for comparison, I want you to see, this is the one from the earthen pond that I harvested. I removed all that shaft, all that dirt. This is it, putting it on one side here. And this is the one I just brought from concrete pond. Let me put it side by side. Yes, evidently, you can see that this is more cleaner in nature to this earthen pond, concrete pond. With concrete pond, that's it straight from the concrete pond. Has no dirt. I don't have issue with siphoning off, straining off the dirt like I did for this one that is from the earthen pond. But as you can see, it turns out clean. Let me give a little of this now to the tilapia I have in here. They will come eating it. And you come here in 30 minutes, you will not see any of this on the water. You will not see any of this on the water. These fishes were hatched on, that's their mom. Their parent stock is still there. You can see it. I don't know whether we can see that one at the corner there. And you see that. That's the parent stock of all this. These ones are October, November, December, January. 4 months old. So I'm going to feed them now. You also have little ones in there. You can see that there are, I don't know if we can see that. If you look very well, you find that there are smaller ones. That is the ones that were hatched after these ones. See them there. I don't know if you're able to see it. See them. Now I want to give them food. It's my usual way of calling them. That is feeding time. Usual way of calling them. That is feeding time. It's not the usual feeding time, but I'm going out. I have to feed them now. I have to feed them now. I have both small When you come in here 30 minutes later, you will not see any of these ones on the water. They will all have been consumed completely. They are not coming up to eat yet, but they will. They will. They will come here 30 minutes later. You will not see any of this Wolffia plant on the water. They will all have been consumed. They will all have been consumed. This is Gimbreti Fish Farm. And this is James Hunjo, trying to let us see how I use Wolffia plant to feed my fish. Like I said, it's not their usual eating time yet. So you see them, they are slow about it. By 30 minutes time, you come in here, you will see nothing of this Wolffia plant here on this water. These were also hatched. These ones are about 4 months old too. Just put in male and female gift tilapia in here. Had about 14 in there, and that's it. There are still the black ones. You can't see the black ones. That's it. It's the red ones, red gift tilapia that you see more clearly. But this place is also having black, and you have even those that are about 4 weeks in there, smaller ones. I'm soon going to come in here to harvest out either the younger ones or these ones, so that they will have more space to grow. This is James Hunjo, Gimbreti Fish Farm. So if you like what you've seen using Wolffia plant to cut cost of feeding, you're welcome to like and share. Thank you.